Yaya Mikhael, tulombele kwa Mikhael watukendesa. Tulombele kwa Mikhael watukendesa. Olha só, mamá, aí, veja só, mamá.
Ai, 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 bana betwa. Ai, 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 bana betwa. Lukuta wishi de telema. Lukuta wishi de telema. Bangandanga bohole ngalule kikukwisa bakwisa. Bangandanga bohole ngalule kikukwisa bakwisa. Kwisa bakwisa basatala chetu kauka. Kwisa bakwisa basatala chetu kauka. Chetu kauka yikwidi bakumu ya makanda. Chetu kauka yikwidi bakumu ya makanda. Bahole nge kwisa bakwisa. Besatala pumu ya makanda. Besatala pumu ya makanda. Amapashe kuma milenu mama kengo. Adon Ricardo mama lungu bana beto. Ajokaniye makamba baleke. Bangananga eko batuke ayaya. Bangananga eko batuke ayaya bana bele. Ukibele bautuke Ukibele batuke Yamba batumagwe. Buhuidingyo.
I'm really excited to be able to tell you where in Africa you come from.
First up, Rairu.
We traced your ancestry to a country called Nigeria.
I knew it was going
You knew it?
I had a good feeling. I don't know why. I just
Well, what do you know about Nigeria?
not much at all.
Nigeria sits on the western coast of Africa, sandwiched between Benin and Cameroon. And more than 250 ethnic groups live within its borders.
Well, Nigeria is actually the country that we find the largest number of results from.
But in our group, it wasn't Nigeria that yielded the most results.
You and everybody on your mother's side of the family share ancestry with people living in Cameroon.
We talked about that earlier. Yes.
Like Anisha, Narel's lineage originated in Cameroon.
Well, me and my family, we plan on going to Cameroon.
His family waited for Narel's test results before booking a flight across the Atlantic to Cameroon. Like its much larger neighbor Nigeria, Cameroon has hundreds of ethnic groups. The people speak 24 native African languages, plus English and French. Cameroonian culture absorbed these languages after European colonizers arrived in the 1500s to trade goods and acquire slaves.
Now when people ask me where I'm from, I have to either say Washington, D.C., or I have to say, well, technically I'm from Cameroon.
Unlike the other teams, Brittany is from more than one country.
You share ancestry with people in 2 countries. There's 2 little tiny countries on the west coast of Africa. One is Guinea-Bissau, and the other one is Sierra Leone.
Roughly 3 times the size of Connecticut, Guinea-Bissau sits on the western coast of Africa. In 1446, it became one of the first areas on the continent explored by Europeans. One country away.
They've got remnants of an ancient type of Israelite religion. So in a way, they conserve this very special ancient type of
It's like old school religion.
Yes.
But how do they maintain that religious identity? How did they keep it intact for so many years when there was this long journey from Israel down to South Africa?
You see, that's a question. I think it's by means of the
As they have Semitic origins.
Yes, that's how we put it. What we were saying was that there's a non-African contribution to the gene pool of the Lemba, which is not evident in the peoples amongst whom they live in that part of the world.
You mentioned non-African influences. If someone
Cohen modal haplotype has been found among the priestly caste of the Lemba.
The observation that the Cohen pattern was commonest in that one particular group is something that begs exploration.
This link supports the Lemba's oral history and the archaeological clues we've seen in the places they say they lived.
Hardcore time.
But Himmler is quick to point out the limitations of genetic science.
Now, in terms of whether the Lemba are Jewish because they have the Cohen modal haplotype or not, is something that science cannot address. Because cultural identity is a social construct. No genetic data is going to tell you that you are Jewish, or that you are Hindu, or that you are Christian, or any religious domination.
Himmler tells me that the presence of the Cohen modal haplotype can't tell us anything about the Lemba's religion. Yet just as remarkably, it can tell us where their ancestors came from, and it's not in Africa.
There is this interesting genetic information showing us that some of the original founders did come from other parts of the world other than Africa. From our data, I would put my money on saying it's the Middle East.
Himmler is convinced that Lemba ancestors did indeed come from the Middle East. I'm excited to get back to the Lemba to see what they make of this. And I've got the perfect opportunity. It's the Lemba's annual festival, and I've been invited. It's hard to believe that these people, who to the casual observer look just like the other African communities they live among, actually do have DNA passed down from Middle Eastern forefathers. This proves that when it comes to race, looks really can be deceiving. This annual festival is a chance for the oral history and traditional songs of the Lemba to be passed on to the next generation. This song tells the story of the Lemba's journey all the way from Israel to South Africa.